so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
Rise up to the occasion. The time to rise up to the occasion. Every one of us have seen the speech of our spokesperson, the Minister of Biafra Government in Exile, the Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister, the Biafran, new Prime Minister of Biafran Government in Exile, in person of our Mazi Simon Epa, the spokesperson of Biafra. Finally, he has been appointed by the Biafran people to be the Prime Minister of Biafra Government in Exile, and he has resumed office. He has already given us his opening speech, which was a very, very wonderful one. I can bet you that his beginning is wonderful, and that is what we expect. The time has come when all Biafrans have to put their hands on deck to make sure that the Biafran struggle succeeds. This is not a time of blackmail or propaganda. This is not a time of attack. This is not the time to dehumanize somebody. This is the time, not the time to look at your brother or your sister as the enemy. We know whom our enemy is, and we know what our target is. The only goal that we intend to achieve is Biafra and nothing else. Every other thing is irrelevant. Whatever propaganda you push out there, whatever information that is flying right, left, and center is irrelevant. We are focusing on that which matters to us, which is Biafra. And as our spokesperson have spoken, the Prime Minister of Biafra Government in Exile, Master Simon Ekpa, he made his speech and he called for all Biafrans to cease fire. That we should cease from attacking each other, cease from being a hindrance to each other, cease from engaging in any unnecessary competition and words. That very message has sunk into the heart of every Biafran. If you are from the old southeastern region, I want to remind you that that message is for you. You have no reason to begin to attack your own brother or your own sister. You have no reason to begin to see your own brother as your enemy. Your focus today should be the real enemy of the Biafran people, which you and I know. Even if you have been pretending all this while not to know whom the enemy of Biafrans is, today, our enemies are not hiding anymore. They are in the open. They flaunt all their wickedness before us. They don't care what you say or what you do. They don't want to know how you feel. Today they are throwing it to our face. And I can tell you that the time has come when we have to rise up and pursue that which concerns us. What is that thing that we pursue? Our freedom. That is the only thing that matters to us today as Biafrans. Our freedom. And that is where everybody should pay attention. Don't waste your time listening to people who has nothing to offer. Don't waste your time fighting your own brother when you know that your brother is not the real enemy. The enemy we have today, the enemy that is standing against Biafran today, is not hidden anymore. You know the enemy. I know the enemy. Every one of us know who the enemy is. We have to channel our energy on how to free ourselves from that enemy who has come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. We cannot be distracted anymore. If you are genuinely a Biafran and the Biafran blood is flowing in your vein, do not allow yourself to be distracted by anybody. Do not allow yourself to be distracted by any man or any woman. Pay attention. Pay attention and be focused on the real thing. Be focused on that issue that matters. How we are going to get our freedom. That is the only thing that matters to us today. We have come a long way. Finally, we have been able to activate the Biafran government in exile, which is one of the critical section of this agitation that must be activated. One of the most sensitive and critical aspects of the struggle that we are in, the restoration of Biafra, is this government in exile. And finally, the government of Biafra have resumed duty. And hearing from the minister, the prime minister, hearing from the prime minister, you can see that there are a lot of things in place. You can see the green light already before you. All we have to do today as Biafra is to support him the best way we can. We have to support him the best way you can. You can support him with your prayers, support him with your advice, support him in any way you can. Continue to support him in your words of encouragement. That is what every Biafran is supposed to do today. Time has gone when you come online and you begin to blackmail your fellow Biafrans and begin to call names to your own fellow Biafrans. There's no longer time for that. Today it has become very, very clear the direction we are going and what we want. Knowing fully well today that a direction has been designed, the Biafran people have chosen their path. Every other person who has not been online should key on that line. Key into this gospel. Key into the message. Follow it up so that you can be able to play your own part. I have said this several times that in getting into Biafra, every single one of us have a role to play. For us to be successfully get into Biafra, every one of us have a role to play. And we must not joke with it. We must not take it for granted. Every single one of us have a role to play. And we have to wake up now and start playing that role to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality. We have to wake up from our sleep. There's no need to be afraid of anything. Every single one of us, both those living at home and those who are living abroad, every one of us have a role to play. If you are living in the contraption called Nigeria, if you are living in Biafran land, you know the area that you're supposed to participate. You know the area. We are not telling you to expose yourself to danger because we know the enemy we are fighting. We will not ask you to push you into death or to expose you to danger. Today, the Biafran government in exile will take over so many responsibilities of the Biafran people and do the needful. Already, so many things have started. Many diplomatic missions are going to be opened. Many diplomatic moves are going to be made. They have started making the move already. And I tell you, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Every one of us should stand up this day. Do not allow anybody to distract you anymore. Today we know the people we are up against. We know the enemy we are fighting. We know that the arch enemy of the Biafran today is the British and the Fulani Caliphate. They are the people we are going to focus on. The British and the Fulani Caliphate, they are the people we are supposed to focus on. Focus on them. These are the people that are holding us captive, making sure that we remain slaves in our own land. How long shall we continue to tolerate that? With everything that happens in this very election, I don't think that it is right for us to begin to attack each other anymore. After what we have seen in this election, I don't think it is right for anybody that is from the old Southeastern region to continue to see himself as part of Nigeria. But a human being what they are. Some people who still have some interest in that contraption because of their fraudulent gains that they are making, they still don't want to have a sense of reasoning. They still do not want to reason with others. But are they going to stop us? Of course, they can't stop us from doing what we are doing. My joy today is that more people have repented. And more people have keyed into the struggle more than ever. More people have keyed into this very struggle more than you can ever imagine. And because of that, I'm happy. And many more people are going to join after seeing everything that transpired in that contract and continue to happen today. Continue to happen. I see no reason why anybody, a Biafran, will not stand up openly and fight for a nation of his own. After seeing everything that is happening right, left, and center, there's no reason any sensible person will not rise up and fight for his own land. And that is exactly what we are doing today. The hatred against the Biafrans cannot be measured. And mainly the Igbo Biafrans. And some of you might be thinking the attack is just on Igbo Biafran. Let me tell you, the attack you are seeing today is against every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria. Don't think it's just about the Igbo tribe. Don't think that it's just about the Igbo Biafrans. It is not about the Igbo Biafrans. It is about every indigenous tribe in that contraption. But you wouldn't know it. The only reason why the case of the Igbo Biafrans is being pronounced is because they knew, the enemies know, that the only challenge they will have is from the Igbo Biafrans. They know that the only strong force that they cannot overcome is the Igbo Biafran. That is why they are focusing on them. And in focusing on them, they are using other ethnic group. They are turning other indigenous people against them. That is why you are seeing the kind of hatred they are seeing on the Igbo Biafran. It is not that they are the only target. No, they are not. They are not the only target. If you think they are the only target, look at what is happening in Benue State. Look at what is happening in Benue State. What do you have to say about that? What about the Southern Kaduna? What do you have to say? What about other Christian regions in the north? What you are seeing that is happening today, it is not just against the Biafrans alone. It is not just against the Igbo Biafrans alone. It is against every indigenous tribe. The war is against every... Even, let me tell you, this is not about even religion. Some people will think that it's just about it. It is not totally about it, though religion has a role to play in it. Religion has a role to play in it, but when you look at it critically, the core act, the core thing they are pursuing is not even about religion. This is Fulanization. It is about the Fulanis. That thing that Mazen Nandekan have been shouting for a very long time. When Mazen Nandekan said, they said it is not possible. When we come online and we say, they say it's not possible. Today, you have seen it. You are seeing the Islamization of Nigeria, the Fulanization of Nigeria before your own very eyes. You are seeing it. And you are going to see more as the day goes by. That is why the Biafran people are doing everything possible to get out of this contraption this year. And I thank you, Kokukabiama, for the Prime Minister that we have chosen. The Prime Minister of Biafra that we have been chosen. This is a man who cannot shake. A man who knows the direction he's going. A man who has determination. Who has given himself out to serve. Is not a man who is coming to rule. He has been serving before he was made the Prime Minister. He was serving. And now that he's made the Prime Minister, he is going to serve even more. I pray that Chukwu Okukabe will continue to give him wisdom, not only understanding, to continue to fight on until we go to the promised land. It is not going to be an easy battle. It is not going to be an easy battle. If you are a Biafran, any place you are watching from, listen, it is not going to be an easy battle, but you have to brace yourself up. Our Supreme Namazen Nandekano, if you remember the message he sent to us, he said, it is not easy where he is. The situation over there is tough, but he himself is tougher. And he urged us to be tough as well. He urged us to be consistent in our pursuit of freedom. He urged us to continue to do whatever we are doing and never relent. If Mazen Nandekano could give such word of encouragement to us from the DSS, how much more you that say have some little freedom? Every one of us must continue to focus Every one of us must remain focused, remain consistent. The only thing that has to be in your mind that matters should be Biafran freedom. Every one of us will put our hands on deck. If you feel that the direction that Mazi Simon Ekpa is going, you're not comfortable with it, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okariba, create your own dimension and continue to go on it silently without interrupting or distracting Mazi Simon Ekpa. If you feel that the auto-piloted IPOB are not doing the right way, do not make them your topic. Create your own topic, create your own direction, and begin to pursue it to get Biafra. Let me tell you, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if you know what you will do to get us Biafra, go ahead and do it. That is where I stand. That is where every Biafran stands. If you know that thing you will do to get us Biafra, go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter who the Biafra comes from. Whoever brings Biafra to us, we will embrace it and walk into our freedom. If any other group gets it before the autopilot, of course we'll be there to celebrate with them. We meet in Biafra. But if the autopiloted IPOB succeed in getting it before any other group, we will equally meet in Biafra land. And you have to have it at the back of your mind that at the end of the day, every single one of us will make account of what you have done. For everything, every role you play in Biafra today, you are going to give account on it. You know, when we talk about coming of Biafra, some people take it for a joke. Biafra is here already. It has come. It has come. When you are hearing about the Biafran government in exile, when you are hearing about Biafran ministers and all the rest of appointments that have been made, it is not for a joke. The world is now taking us serious more than ever. We have fought when we fought on social media. We have created awareness. The whole world have known our plight. There is no part of the world today who deny that they don't know the plight of the Biafran people. No part of the world today, no government of the world will say that they do not hear or see or know the plight of the Biafran people. We have done that job, and every one of us that participated in that job, it doesn't matter where you belong today. It doesn't matter where you put yourself today. It doesn't matter what you are doing today. I thank you for the role you played when you had to do when you did. Everyone that have played a role to bring us this far, to preach to the world and let the world know our situation. So many of us have played different roles. So many are no longer in the struggle. Many have fallen away, but they played an important role when they were needed. I appreciate every one of them, and in one way or the other, Chukwu Okariba will favor you. But as it stands today, the new dimension has been opened fully. That new dimension that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw, and he embraced Mazi Simon Ekpa, it has been unveiled. The only thing you can do today is to embrace it. If the new dimension is too tough for you to follow, don't castigate it. Don't fight it. Don't preach against it. Focus on that area that you know and you feel is the right path to go. Focus on it. If you want to have followers, go ahead. Convince Biafrans to follow you. Convince Biafra to follow you. As long as you are genuinely pushing your message, you have nothing to worry about. Allow Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile, allow him to do his job that he is called to do. He has activated so many things. He has cemented the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put in place that the people that have been left dormant all this while, every single one of them have activated. And that is a sign of a positive thing coming in a very short time. That is a sign of something that is going to happen. And as for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu definitely very, very soon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to regain his freedom. It doesn't matter what anybody says, what the world said out there. We are going to set him free. You heard it expressly from our Prime Minister that it should be activated. I thank Chukwu Okariba for the stage we have reached. Any place you are today as a Biafran, you have to be proud of yourself. And as you're getting proud of yourself, don't get carried away. We are going to win this battle. Undoubtedly, we are going to win this battle. United as Biafrans, we are going to win this battle. That is why it is very essential. Do not allow yourself to be left behind. Do not push yourself away from this struggle. I am not telling you that you must defend the autopilot IPOB. I'm not telling you that you must follow Mazi Sam. I'm not telling you that you must pass through the direction of the president. If you feel that you have another genuine way, the most important thing is to make sure that that direction you're following is genuine. Make sure that whatever you're saying is genuine. Make sure that whatever strategy you are pushing forward is not for selfish interest. As long as you're genuine, pursuing that which you feel is the best way, go ahead. Go ahead. Chukwu Okokabiyama will lead you. Go ahead. As I said before, it doesn't matter who brings Biafra. What matters to us is that we want Biafra. We want to be free. Our freedom is the only thing that matters to every one of us. It is still dear to our hearts. We want to be free. It doesn't matter through whom the freedom comes. We are not concerned about that. And as for those who are keeping themselves